What's up, Scrappy peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and I am so freaking excited to show you this video because this is a new project that you YouTube peeps haven't seen yet. But this has been something I've been working on all year, and it's my new way of scrapbooking for 2025. So this is called my Scrappy Muckabout journal, and it's like a hybrid journal scrapbooking project life. The reason why I started this is because albums are so expensive and difficult to source here in Australia, as well as page protectors. We're paying about $70 per album. And when you go through 7 or 8 a year, it really is starting to add up. As well as page protectors, they're so hard to get your hands on anywhere these days here. And so I created this journal. So I haven't stuck the binding on yet, but as you can see, there's 2 stitched signatures that I put together using scraps of paper and all sorts of things. I still need to do the inside here and make this a bit pretty, but I freaking love it. So if you want a full tutorial on how to make this, it's over on my Patreon, as well as tons of process videos from this year. But I absolutely love it, and it allows me to be able to still do layouts. I still have pocket pages stitched into here as well. I can do tip-ins, and it's just so textury, and there's flips and there's flaps, and I am completely obsessed with it. So I thought today we would do a little real-time process video. I thought I'd do a double page spread. This is a recent 6-page spread that I just did for Patreon. So that one's over there. And let's go. So how I prepare for this was something that someone messaged me about, is that I don't. And it's weird, but it's oddly freeing. Because before I was so worried about having the right page protectors, like the right configuration of page protectors for the photos that I have, but because I am working on it page by page and I can add in flips and flaps, it's a lot more flexible. So if I've got, let's say I've got enough photos of the same event or the same topic to cover one page, but I've got one photo left over, instead of worrying about, oh, well, that one will have to be on the next page, and then am I doing an entire page with just one photo on it, or do I have to combine it with something that doesn't go? Instead, I can just do a little flippity flap, little boop boop. Like the other day, I had this one where I had so many photos left and I wanted to finish on this page, so I stuck these 2 here because they were about the same thing, and then we flipped it up. That's a photo of Violet at school, so I've just covered it up. But here I had this photo and I had done that and it was all good, but then when I went to print the next week of photos, I realized I'd left one out. And instead of, if I had done Project Life with the pocket pages only, I wouldn't have had a space to fit this one photo, and so I could easily just add a little flippity flappity, and yeah, it's changed the way that I'm viewing scrapping, and it's just really brought a spark back for me, because I've been doing Project Life now for since 2013, so 12 years. Wow. 12 years. That's a lot of Project Lifing. And I just felt like I needed a change. For a while, you know, if you've been an OG, you know that I have, I changed up my sizes. I went to 9 by 12 for a few years, and I loved that. And then I went back to 12 by 12, and I feel like this has been a really good change. My battery's flashing. Hang on. Alrighty, we've got a new battery. So these are the photos that I have for the rest of this particular week, and so what I like to do is I kind of just group similar ones together. These are all outside at our house. This is just a random one of me, which was actually, I think, from 2 weeks prior, but it uploaded in a different way, so we're just rolling with it. I don't think I changed much between 2 weeks. These are all photos of my parents with the cats. They are on 2 different days, but I'm going to pop them together. This is a random one. This is a random one. This is a random one of me and Cat, and these are couch scrapping, so I'd like to keep them together. So for this spread, we have a, I did a layout on this side and I went over the edges of this curve that I cut out and I left it on purpose. Now I can cut them off because they're not, you know, impacting anything, but I did wonder that if I had a photo I could perfectly fit it on the back of that spiky bit, and I think that's what I might do. I think I might talk a little bit about the stuff that we've been doing outside at our house and do that on this page. So let's stick this down. Now, something that I am aware of that is different is that there are page protectors in here, but most of the pages are not, and so they don't have that extra I guess element of protection against falling off the page. And you peeps know how wary I am of adhesive. I don't trust it. I've been fooled too many times, and especially in our Australian climate, you know, we fluctuate between such hot temperatures, and you know, it does get cool. It does get down to 0 where I am, but the adhesive just doesn't like 45 degrees. It just gives up. It just goes, bah, I'm done. And I cannot stand to have to re-stick adhesive, like re-adhere things on. And so I am using a lot of adhesive in this because it doesn't have the page protector holding the photo in, and that's okay. That's how I'm rolling. All right, now what next? I've got a few random sticker sheets on my desk. This is a great way to use up little leftover stickers as well if you've got some sticker sheets like this that are half done. I am thinking of fairy tale and maybe this big floral, because having our own house is like having a fairy tale, and being able to actually freaking put plants in the ground, I cannot tell you how happy it makes me. Oh, Aaron and I yesterday, we're in the middle of, sorry, we're tangenting. Tangent. We're in the middle of like 3 weeks of intense storms, flood warning, there's school closures, roads are closed, there's all power outages, there's all sorts of things going on at the moment, which is really fun. Luckily, the kids' schools are still open. We're not flooded, but the road to get out of where we are is, so we have to kind of do a bit of a diverted thing. Yeah, so the other day, yesterday, Aaron and I there was a break in the rain, and we just went and stood in our backyard for 15 minutes and talked about all of our permaculture ideas and where we're going to put like a little fruit guild and have fruit trees, and we've got 3 garden beds set up. We've got 2 more to build. We've got a creek that runs through our backyard, so this is a little creek, and when it rains we have a little waterfall. We're going to clear a lot of this and make like a little entertaining area under the trees and a little bridge, and oh, it's going to be so fun. So it is like a fairy tale, so I think that works out well. This little spot is it's a bit of a spot, and I do feel like it needs something. So let's grab the washies. These are the washies that I have set aside for my current couch scrapping kit, which I've been working through. Now, in this particular set, there's these leafy, oh, actually this leafy one would probably work on this page. I get stuck with these quite a lot. I don't know, I just have trouble using the big leaves, but yeah, it does kind of work there. So I've got these little washi flake flowers, and so I'm going to pop that one there. But yes, so if my hyperfixation is watching gardening, homesteading, allotment gardens in the UK, anything like that. So if there's a particular person that you watch that you like, that if you are into those types of videos, please let me know, because I'm always keen for someone new to watch. Now, the problem that I have with these washi flake stickers is once I start using them, I find it very hard to stop just plonking them everywhere, because they're very nice and easy to just plonk down. So remove the washi from your hands, Adele. All right. Next up, I'm seeing, oh, that just fell off. And that sticker, see, this is what I mean. Like, look at that. That adhesive has just, not today, it's gone. That can go in the bin because it's gone a bit splotchy. I'm going to go with this one that says Home Sweet Home. And let's pop that. Oh, should we do a bit of a side? Let's do a bit of a sneaky sideways. And I'm going to go over the curve of the page and actually trim it to, whoop. Probably should turn the book and make that easier for myself, but not today. All right, and then I'm thinking one last sticker just here. I might do self-care, because it is, my version of self-care is frolicking in the garden and sticking seeds in places. I'm just having a look. These stickers have been in my stash for ages and I'm having trouble using them because they're very clear. And so I think I might use this Make It Great. And look, I could, should we stick that up here? I don't know, now this spot feels weird. Why not? Let's just pop that on. Okay, back away from the stickers. I am going to do some journaling down here and then I'll be back because I have, if you've watched any of my live streams before, you'll know that I can't talk and journal at the same time. So I'll save you from that. Alrighty, so jazz hands, this side's done. Here is a little looky. And so you can see it's really flexible with how much you want to journal, how many photos you want to add. If you wanted to stick in, you know, brochures or tickets or birthday cards. It's just, yeah, it's a great way. One thing I have learnt is that I put in too many pages. But if you know me, when do I ever do anything not in excess? Honestly. So yeah, I'm trying to make this part of the journal not as thick with as many tip-ins and foam stickers, but in saying that, I added a foam sticker to the page before this, so I'm not doing too well with that. Let me just show you some of the papers actually before they're all filled up and things. So this is a little fold out one. We've got some of my printables from my Patreon. Something I have learnt is that I'm not a fan of the note paper. I did do quite a few note papers in here and it's very thin. And the problem is when you adhere a photo on one side and you can see the shadow of the tape, like the ghosting of the tape on the other side, and I don't like that. So what I've been doing for these types of ones is, I had one just before here. So this was a large graph paper and I just folded it in half and I'm making those very photo heavy pages, which again does not help the bulkiness, but you know, we're learning. We're getting there. Something else that I could do is I could just cut it. I might do that for this one as well. Or I could cut it and adhere it to this next page. That might actually be the best option. We've got some more tip-ins, blank pages. This was a brochure page from a Traveller's Notebook one. I have paper pads, more graph paper. Here's a page protector where I can put things in. Another Inkie printable, another page protector in here, and I've just attached it to some paper. We have instructions for, what was this? A toy kitchen. And then just all sorts. It's great for using up old paper pads, especially ones that have a white side on the back. Another little page protector here. More graph paper, some more of my printables, and yeah, just little bits and bobs. Oh, this was a jelly painted page that I did. I love including painted pages in here. We've got a pocket that I've built in, purple paper, which is a bit nice. another one of my printables, and then we're at the back, and I'm hoping to cover that with some paper. I did contact it because I was finding that the corners were bending a little bit. This also moved house, which didn't help its longevity, but contacting it really helped. So let's do this side, and then we'll call it a day. Now this has a tip in, but the photos that I have left aren't all from one day, and they don't all kind of go together. Oh, it's just started raining again. I hope the rain's not too loud. But yeah, if I had all of these photos from the same day, or they were all of the cats, I would put them all together. But because they're not, I'm actually going to fold this that way and possibly use it on the next page. If not, I can always cut it off. But again, we have this graph paper here and it's going to show through. So I'm going to be mindful of that and possibly line up 3 photos of my parents with the cats. Whoops-a-days. Oh yes, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you may not know, we got some new kitties this year. So two months ago, yes, 2 months ago, we added 3 cats to our little crew. And which order should I do it in? I think that order. And they are absolutely adorable. So we had Artie, who you may have seen in videos or around the place, and he's just turned 1. We got him last August, and it's not a video unless I fight with my ATG, is it? I know I've lost the black bit that goes on here. I know that would help me a lot, but it's in a special place that I do not know where it is. But yes, so we had Artie, and we always wanted to get, we wanted 3 cats, and so we couldn't get any more until we had our own house, and so Artie was just feeling a bit depressed. He just was quite sad looking, like he didn't run around. He just was very, I don't know, down. I know that's weird to say, but yeah, he just seemed a bit down, and so we went looking for a washing machine, funnily enough, and went to the pet shop that is in the same shopping centre as the place we got the washing machine from, and they had 3, oh, I shouldn't have done it up there because I'm going to cut it. They had 3, can you hear my stomach rumbling? I really hope you can't, but I haven't had breakfast yet. I jumped straight into filming today. But yes, so they had 3 bonded, beautiful little kittens. They were all about 3 months old. One of them was 4 months old, and they were all orphans. So the pet shop works with a rescue, so they were from a rescue. They just set up a little thingy in the pet shop. Is this a bit too bright? Hang on, let me change the brightness a little bit. I don't know if that made any difference. But yes, so we found these 3 little kittens, and they hadn't lost their mittens. God, I used to love that nursery rhyme, but I always used to get sad from the kittens who lost their mittens and then got yelled at. Maybe they couldn't help losing their mittens. Anyway, sorry, I'm very tangenting because this is the first video of the day, and I haven't filmed for a little while. But yes, let's do that. And so we found the 3 kittens, and they were just too cute. They were all orphans. They were all bottle raised, and so they were extremely friendly. And so we thought we wanted 2, but the third, we couldn't decide the two. There was one a definite, and then we couldn't decide the other one. And we just didn't want to break them apart, because I feel like that's quite sad that these little kittens get to know each other and then they just get torn apart. And so my stomach is rumbling so hard right now. I really should have breakfast after this video. Anywho, we came home with 3 kittens that day. Artie was not impressed. No, he wasn't. Not for the first 2 days, and then they had a day of getting to know each other. We kept them separate for a couple of days. They had a day of getting to know each other, and there was minimal, there was kind of just like hissing from a distance. And then by probably the 5th day, he was snuggling with this one, who's the older, the 4-month-old. And then the next day he was playing with the black ones, and so we're all happy families now, which is nice. But we just thought it would be easier to only have to bond the cats with Artie one time, because he has the soul of an old man, he really does. Now I could do 2 things here. I might actually be able to cut that photo a bit narrower. I'm going to use this as my very technical cutting guide, and I did cut this one wonky, so that doesn't help. There we go. And I think I'll do 3 and 3 like that. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, so the cats, it's a bit of chaos, I'm not gonna lie. They are, the 3 new ones are very excitable, very kitten-like. Artie is basically an old man compared to them, but it has been really cute to see him run again, because he didn't really move a lot in the last few months before we got the new ones. But yes, so we have Midnight, Luna, Primrose, and then Artie's over here. So these this was 2 weeks after we got them. So I'm still in that, you know, when you get a new pet and you just can't stop freaking taking photos of them. I was very much in that time period here. Alrighty, what next? Oh, I want something here, but it's inside. Let me go get it. Alrighty, so I am going to pop on a couple of little hearts, I think, or should I do a big heart? I think I'll do a big heart, or maybe some tiny words. I also I printed some of my, this is the March collection. Oh, we're bright again. Why are you so bright? There we go. This was the February collection of Inkie Quill printables that are on my Patreon. And there's journaling cards. Oops, printed that one twice. I always print them twice. And there's 9 printable backgrounds for this particular month. Love this one. So I'll be including some of these in my next journal that I make. But I had these the backgrounds, I also printed them on stickers, and I thought it might be nice to add a couple of those over here. Maybe one that's a bit paler. Maybe like so, and I could do some journaling on there. But I also want to cut out a little heart. But yeah, so the cats have been very much taking up a lot of our time. One of them fell sick the week that we got it with some gastrointestinal issues. So we're at the vet at like 4 in the morning, which was really, really fun and pricey. But that's what, that's what happens when you have pets. and then another one was ate something that they shouldn't have. I'll just say that. They may have picked up a piece of thread and eaten that when they shouldn't have. And so they're all better now, but that was a solid 4 weeks of yeah, some messy times. But we seem to be on a good wing now. And yeah, it's just, they bring me so much happiness, and I am fully aware that I am a bit of a crazy cat lady, and that's okay. We embrace that. Oh, I should not have adhered that on the page. Something, oh, I just ripped that. Going real great here, Del. Something that I have learnt from doing this project is not to apply adhesive on top of other photos. Learnt that the hard way, didn't I? Yes, sirree. I think I'm going to add 3 of these hearts just because things always look better in 3s. So this was a video I made a video painting all of these backgrounds using my gel plate, and I think that video went for like an hour and a half. It was a nice big chunky one. And then I made another video making these embellies, and then scanned them as part of the printable collection. Now I should really be using glue to glue these in, but my glue nozzle is not agreeing with me right now, and I don't particularly want to fight with it on video because I can give it a bit of a talking to when I'm not recording my voice at the same time, but when I am, I can't hide my frustration as well. Alrighty, so let's see, let's just have a look at some of these sticker sheets that I've got on my desk. This little one's cute. It says today was, and I think I might put very cute. Let's see, nothing. Oh, this 1, 2, 3 would work, but it's blue and the rest of the page isn't really, it's not really working out. Now these 2 stickers, I don't know if I'm going to get to using them. Community service, I just don't think I know how to use, plus it's coming up at the sides. Binge watching, I haven't really taken any photos of things that I've been watching. I probably should. Yeah, I might stick this, do what makes me happy. So this is a Kaiser Craft sticker sheet from donkeys ago. I think that's probably like from 2014 or 15, if maybe even 13, because I've had that for as long as I can remember scrapping. Let's do what makes you happy here, and I'm just going to overlap it slightly just to make it a little bit interesting. I think that's all for those. The details. Do we have details? No, I don't think we do. No. Too chunky. Too chunky. On to the next chapter. Currently reading. They're all kind of book related. Let's do a tiny star, and then another tiny star, and another tiny star. Now look, they're not even adhering, peeps. Alright, I will adhere those with glue after I film the video and I can fight with it. Yeah, they're a bit big. No, not feeling those. Actually, I think I might do this full of wonder. I do have a bit of trouble sometimes with these big titles. I also, this is so silly, but there might be a neurospice out there who also understands me on this. It really, really, really bothers me that this starts with a lowercase f for full and has a capital W for wonder. It really bothers the grammatical in me. But we're just going to embrace it and pretend that that's fine. I have such problems with stuff like that, and I've just got to learn to let it slide. But it is difficult. I think also because I have the teacher background. Yeah, and I feel like also kids these days, they, because they're so used to texting, they've lost a lot of the grammatical knowledge, and yeah, it bothers me. Oh, I put adhesive on there. Now my tape runner is too wide for these, but I'm just going to do that. Real life, real love. Alrighty, I'm going to do some journaling and then we'll come back and we'll be all done, I think. Journaling's done, and I have just used a bit of glue off my finger to adhere these stars down. I'm also going to just put a little bit on those heart knobs, I guess we can call them knobs. And then I'm going to do the very technical thing of attaching a couple of tiny little gold stars, because you can never have too many little gold glittery stars in life, I feel like. There we go. There's another one. This is a very tedious little process, but I really think that it brings a bit of texture to the page and a bit of sparkle. Put a little one there, and then a little bit over here. Oh, if you can hear thumping, Aaron is bringing me something from inside. Hello.
Hello.
I'm filming a talking video.
Ah, hello, peeps.
Hello. Alrighty, thanks for that. Do you want to do lunch soon?
Yeah, for sure.
Breakfast, technically. Alrighty, so what I was going to get him to bring out were the originals of those embellishments. Which you can see here. They were so fun to make, and I think I'm going to put these in my shop at the end of the year, which is an exciting thing. This is my, oh, this is very cute. This is my Super Mum card for Mother's Day by Archer, and a little bookmark that he made me at school. It made me laugh that, well, it made me laugh that the best food that I cook is bacon, that's for sure. And my favourite food is toast. My mum's job is arting. Yep. But his favourite thing, my favourite thing is when you give me heaps of jobs, even I am tired and I don't want to do them, so I will try to do it. So that's his favourite thing. And we call him Beans, like Archie Beans. We've always called him Archie Beans. And so we put Love Beans, but it says Love Bins. I absolutely love it. So this is something that I don't know whether to put. I may put it into my Scrappy Muckabout when I get up to May. But anyway, tangents completed. We are jazz hands. We are done. Here is our little spread for today, and I love it. It's so fun. So if you're feeling a bit burnt out by Project Life, if you need something new, if you are struggling with the expense of supplies, you can head over to my Patreon and see how I put this all together. And there's heaps of process videos doing a whole bunch of other pages in here, and there'll be a lot more to come as well. I'll be making another journal soon because I don't want to leave it too late, because you can, some weeks you can zoom through the pages quite quickly, whereas other weeks it's a bit quiet. But anyway, thanks for watching today, peeps. Let me know what you think of the Scrappy Muckabout. So the plan is that I am doing 2025 at the moment in this way, and then at the same time I am scrapping 2023 in my usual project life way. So there'll be videos of both going around, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.